One key to rule them all. One key to find them. One key to bring them all. And in the darkness, bind them. Sup, dogs? TheOdie here, and I am such a nerd. Welcome to part 2 of using inventory items for your game. In the first one, we saw how to use one key for one event, such as one door or one chest. But now we're going to use one key for multiple doors. And it's not exactly that it's hard, but more annoying. In the last part of inventory item, we had one chest, and this was all it did. Recall this condition over here. And we also had Todd the Tester, except he only gave an item. He didn't do these show choices. And we had all of this in here, as well as the item for chest key right here. Now, of course, I did add a few more things to get this video prepared, and it was a second chest. It was legit a clone, just with the name chest 2, and a condition of chest 2 underscore map 20, whereas the first one was chest 1 underscore map 20. And of course, I created these show choices where the second one will transfer you, and it even makes this very extra teleportation noise just to get me to this map, which is very, very fancy, by the way. A green screen with a single tree. So the tree will just transfer me between the maps, and this chest is just like another clone, except it's called chest 1, and it's chest 1 underscore map 21 instead of map, or, oh wait, why chest 2? Chest 1 underscore map 21 instead of map 20 as with where the previous items with were. Is that how you, never mind. Anyways, to do this, all we gotta do is take this, copy, and paste, and then change the features inside. So this one is instead chest 2 underscore map 20, and we're just going to do this slowly one at a time, by the way. So we're going to enter the third chest later on. We're just going to test it one by one so you guys can see and feel the difference. I also need to change these, which is instead 15, 15 and 9. And oh yeah, this I caught myself when I was going through this earlier. Before it said this event, you of course want to change it to the correct chest that's being targeted. So this is chest 2. And for some folks, you will probably think that you're done here, but I'm going to show you why this is a bug. I'm going to hit Control R and get it started. So we're going to grab our key, and I'm going to try and use my item here. Okay, that's to be expected. Now I'm going to use it incorrectly at the right spot. This would probably work if I face the chest. You heard that explosion noise? Now I'm going to use it correctly, and then you heard the explosion noise. Yeah. And why not? I'll show you it here too. So now we're getting double prompted. I already used the key here, I'm pretty sure. And then I got my gold. 0 gold? That's pretty cheap. We gotta change it up a little bit. We gotta change it up. He needs more gold in the second chest, right? Alright, arbitrary number time. Ready? Let's go. Eyes closed. Oh, what the? Whatever. Totally arbitrary. Had my eyes closed. You guys heard me. Alright, so. The reason why it does not, or the reason why we got bugs, and it kind of works, is because recall that RPG Maker goes from a top to down motion when it reads code. Everything in computer science does that. And RPG Maker is just a type of computer science without having to memorize any of the code. Instead, it gives you those prompts for the code. So the reason why this does not work is because if we're at chest number 2, for example, and we're going from top to bottom, then chess1 underscore map 20 is off. We're on map ID 20, but the player is not at 1611. So if we follow this prompt, we're going to go to this one here, which will make the explosion noise. And then it's going to go into this one because it's not in any of the else branches, right? So it's going to go to this one and then check for it. So already that's probably immediately making you think, oh my god, do we need to have this in each and every single one of these else branches? That's going to drive me mad. And the answer to that is no, you don't have to whatsoever at all. Instead, what we're going to do is take these explosion noises or these prompt boxes that occurs, and we're actually going to push it to the very, very end. So I'm going to just delete all of this. And actually, I do want to show you guys something. So before that, and sorry for my unorganizedness, I will show you that if we do have a bare bone like this, where we don't have any prompts to the player that we're doing things wrong, then you're going to see that it actually works exactly how we want it. Let's grab our item, and if we use it in the wrong spot, nothing happens. Nothing happens. It works. And likewise, nothing happens. But it works. So, if you guys are more bare bone like this, where you don't want to give any prompts, then guess what? It's literally is as easy as this. Just copy, paste it, change the parameters where you need to change it. Right? But if you're someone else who likes to give more life into their game and want to give those prompts to the player because you don't want your players to be stressed out, you want them to have a great and wonderful time, then do continue on with the video. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. So what we'll want to do, and let me just paste out this text box because I have it in my clipboard, because I wanted to copy and paste this. We're going to create a new variable, and that variable, and yeah, that happens to be an empty slot. I will call it chess prompts. That's it, chess prompts. And this will start at 0. And I'm going to take this, copy, and I'm going to paste it in here. And this one is actually going to be chess prompt 1. I'm going to copy that, and also put in this one. And then for all of these other else branches, because chess prompt 1 is just facing in the wrong direction, so if we're not in the right location in general, I want to paste these chess prompts as 2. So copy, paste, and paste. And we can skip this one for now. I'll get back to this one later. This one is item underscore map ID 20s. Oh, I mean, it is chess1 underscore map 20 is off else branch. We'll get back to that later. And we'll paste prompt 2 in the right location. And at here, we want to create a conditional branch where if the prompt is equal to 1, then it'll do this. Copy, paste. And in the second one, this is when they're not in the right location. Add the explosion noise before, but that was a little bit obnoxious now that I think about it. So I'm going to just make them continue to be uncertain. Am I even doing this correctly anymore? Pause, pause, pause. What is life? God, so dramatic. But it fits this character. Now, I will say that just having these prompts does not fix it, because we're still in the trap of that top to bottom, God, what's the word? Hoopla. Sure, let's go with hoopla. So we're still stuck in that weird hoopla of top to bottomness. And this is probably making you imagine, oh my god, do we need to make more switches? Do we need to make more variables? Do we need to shove it in every single of these else branches? It's going to drive me mad. And in general, yes, you would have to, but there is a really amazing feature in RPG Maker that really gets you out of these awkward situations. And that is what's called labels. So I'm going to do a jump to label and call it jump to label end. I'm going to just take this, copy, and paste it into the other one, of course. And at the very bottom, we're going to create the label itself and call it end. So I don't know if you guys ever used labels before, but labels are actually so amazing. It's just that its use is very, very niche, and this is that niche situation. So it's kind of as it sounds. You're going through the lines of code, and then once you get to this jump to label, it will search through the page for wherever that label is and jump straight to it. So it'll skip everything else, which is absolutely amazing. Just note that your label has to be exactly the same as your jump to, or rather your jump to label has to be exactly the same as your label. So make sure you got the case sensitivity correct. The other thing to note is that if I do have a, say, common event call, and inside this common event call, I have the exact same label, it will not jump to it. It will only jump if it's in the same page. So even though this call common event is inside this same page, it will not actually search for it inside here. It will only search for it inside the same page that you're jumping to. So note that. And the same thing is true if we have an event and we create a new page where the label is on page 2, but the jump to label is on page 1. Only in the same page. So just remind yourself that. Alright, so with that said, I think we are ready to test it. But, of course, we will have another bug. And the reason is because I don't want to jump us too far ahead. I want you to really understand the flow of top to bottom. Especially when you have this many conditional branches as we do. So I got my items in, and let's use it incorrectly first. Am I even doing this correctly anymore? What is life? Alright, so that works out. If we use the key, 0 gold were found. And so far, everything looks right. But if we do it in the wrong facing direction, this would perhaps work if I face the chest. 69 gold were found. So that works exactly as we wanted. But here's where the bug comes in. Grab my items. Wrong facing direction of the first chest. Am I even doing this correctly anymore? What is life? Recall that what he's supposed to be saying is, this would perhaps work if I face the chest. So why is it doing that? Top to bottom. That's why. So if we're going through here, then we're going to, of course, land it in here. I think you guys understand the flow of this condition because I've ran through it enough time to know where it would fall under. So it should fall under here, and it does. Chest prompt equals 1. But when we go to the second one, you're going to see that because we're at the first chest, we're not going to be in this condition. So let's go to the else of that one, and the else of that one is changing chest prompt to 2. So when we finally make it down here, then it will see that chest prompt equals 2, and we'll prompt this instead of this one. So that's why we get the wrong prompt for the first chest. So how do we fix that? Well, that's when we got more beautiful and lovely labels. And this label will just jump to, I'll just call it test conditions. Copy this and paste it in here. And of course here we will need the correct label. So I'm going to just copy, paste it in here and call it test conditions. Remember, cap sensitive. So I'm capital where I need it to be. Okay, so now that we have that, okay, Control R. And it should now work. Talk to Todd, get my keys, or singular key, because one key that will rule them all. This would perhaps work if I face the chest. So that works. How about you? Ah, you work as well. And let's use it on you. Nice. And let's use it in the wrong facing direction again. Okay, and let's use it here. And let's use it for a chest that's already open. Nothing will happen. Because remember, we have that else branch empty. This one. And that one works by the switch. So, everything is working absolutely beautifully as we need it. But before we go into this else condition, let's go ahead and see what happens if we want to add our third chest. Boom. So make sure it's above that label. And this third chest is on this map over here in this brand new location. And let me just make sure that it's on the right switch. Yes, it is. Awesome. So we just want to change our block to what we need it to be. Brand new switch. Right here. We want chest 1. And we want this one to be on the brand new switch. And we got all the prompts correct. Alright. Alright. So one thing I do want to note is that with the set movement route, it is relative to the map you are on. So if I scroll up, you're going to see that this no longer says chest 2. Instead, what it did was it saved the ID that we triggered it on when we were on the previous map. So if you want to change it, you do have to be on the correct map and then actually go into here and change it to the correct set movement route event ID. Okay, just a thing to note. So if we want to change this to chest 1, we have to be on this actual map and then change it to chest 1 here. Cool. Control S, Control R. Grab my keys. And just to show you the difference, we're going to do this in backwards order. Am I even doing this correctly anymore? What is life? By going to this chest first. Using it here. Oh, what is life? Use it here. Am I even doing this correctly anymore? What is life? Oh, I got a prompt wrong. Of course, I forgot to change this part. Boom. And of course, we need a different arbitrary number. Eyes closed, looking away. What did I get? Ugh. Why does it always happens to be those two numbers? I swear to God. Don't ask me for my PIN on passcodes. The real question is not what the numbers are, but how long is it trailing? Alright, so let's do it up. Chest key. Am I even doing this anymore? What is life? This would perhaps work if I face the chest. Ooh, look at all that money. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, everything as I expected. And boom. Bada bang. And last but not least, wrong direction. And right at it. And if I try to use it again, no prompt this time. Alright, so now we have it as exactly we wanted, but if we want to go even further and beyond, just to tell the player that, hey, you already used the key in the right location, then we do have to make a couple more adjustments. So to do that, we actually want this condition to be inside of this one. So let's fix that by cutting this, pasting it above. So then we can then have this highlighted, cut it, and we want to go inside here and paste it in here. So then we could take all this contents and cut it and paste it in here. So now we have an area to prompt what's in here. Oh yeah, and we also want this label to be on the outside of this test condition. So for this one, we'll just create a new prompt, and this one will be 3. And for that third one, we're just gonna go all the way down here, copy, paste it, change it to 3, and we will say, by my mighty deduction skills, pause, comma, I've used it here. Pause. Or did I? Dramatic periods. Let me just make sure it fits. Alright, let's put this on the second line. Okay. So now that we have that there, we want to make that change for each and every single one of the other ones. So just to do this again, remember, take this, cut it, paste it, cut it, go inside this facing direction, paste it, grab all of its innards minus the jump to location, cut it, paste it, and let's take this chest prompt so I can copy, paste it, and change it to 3. Game my items, and we'll start with this one first. Let's first use it wrong, of course. We got a test for absolutely everything, such as the life as a game tester, or a developer who's also a game tester. Okay. It didn't work. Oh, so the label. I was wrong. You do want it inside here, and you want the test condition inside there. I forgot already. So let's go and fix that for all of them. So test conditions in here, and the N is inside the block of success. Does that make sense to you guys? If not, then the reason for it is because if we jump to N, then we're jumping to N, but we want to jump to test conditions, where it could go into here. That's why. Give me my item. Let's do it wrong. Remember, as mighty game testers, as mighty game developers who are also game testers, you gotta test for absolutely everything. Every condition possible. You gotta test for it. And here it is. By my mighty deduction skills, I used it here. Or did I? Just to make sure that it works for everything else. Mighty deduction skills. Can you imagine being this person's partner and it's like, where do you want to eat today? Oh no, I messed up. How long would that go for, huh? Do we want tacos? But what kind of Chinese? Did I have Chinese yesterday? Oh, it'll go on for centuries. Alright, so we did it. Everything works. In a very beautifully and lovely way. And let me just retry it again. Ha ha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Last thing I want to show you guys is if you want to throw out the key once you're done, then just have another variable. I'm gonna copy it and paste it in here. And this one will just be, I guess we'll make another one. Finished chess key. And it's gonna increment by 1. Copy. And you want to paste it into each and every single one of these. Paste it. And paste it. Yeah. So at the bottom, right after N, you do want to have a test condition where it's like, oh, test condition for the keys. Just make sure you know how many keys you're, or how many areas it can be used for. Put it there, and then be like, the voice inside me tells me that it's time to throw out the key. They are correct. They are right. But I feel certain this time. No, we gotta make it more dramatic. This time I am certain. And we'll put it in another text box, so it's more dramatic, and we'll have pauses in between each of these prompts. Oh god, why am I getting so into this? And we'll have it dim and in the middle. Oh my god, he had a moment of revelation. Right. Oh jeez. So now it's like after he does all his stuff every single time when they use their key, they will test for this to see if they're done with it, and then we'll prompt throw out, toss away key. I'm uncertain. And then brackets keep it. Oh god, what is this? What is this? Oh, I'm a madman. And then at the very top, we also want to have a test condition for if it is that finish key, chest key equals 3, and then we just want to jump to label end. Oopsies, jump to label end. Alright, so then at every time, if they already use it all up, it will just automatically jump to the very end, and instead of testing all these conditions, it doesn't need a test. So let's test it out. Oh my god, I'm excited. I'm excited to see him actually do his thing. So invested into this character already, right now. That makes no sense. Use it incorrectly. Use the wrong direction. Always gotta test for it. There we go, was found. As annoying as it is, always gotta test for it. Oh my god, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it in the next map. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh my god, this is it. You just gotta test for this first. Yeah! The voice inside me tells me that it's time to throw out the key. They are right. This time I am certain. And then whenever we try to use it, he'll prompt with the same thing. Such a loser. Tossed out the key, but I forgot to actually subtract the key out. So let's subtract the key out. Change item, key, just key, -1. With something as simple as this, I think we know it works without having to test it. Alright. So final look as I slowly scroll through this and talk you guys through. Yeah, there's a lot of conditions and there's a lot of labels you gotta jump through. If there's anything you gotta learn from this, it's not being able to copy and paste what I did up here. It's being able to understand your code from top to bottom. Understand the magical use of labels and how it works out so very, very well for something like this. And using it, you know, and especially being able to use variables like I did here so that you can create a more cleaner and neater block so that you know where your test conditions are versus where your areas of success are, and of course when to finally throw out your item. All about that top to bottom. One key to rule them all. One key to find them. One key to bring them all. And in the darkness, bind them. I guess it would be more like unlock them, huh? Anyways, here we are. Here we are. The test conditions are absolutely madness. It is insane by how many different branches you gotta go in between. But the labels do save us at the end of the day. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, do hit the like button, subscribe if you happen to be new and interested in more tutorials like this. I kind of got carried away with this one, I'll admit. I really got into the character of uncertainty. I don't really know why, it just happened. But hey, if you guys are interested in more tutorials and want to see all my other stuff, well, I do have a website that will hold all of that you can check out in the descriptions or in the comments down below. And I am also making a game called Caster's Trap. I am super excited to show you guys Caster's Trap. The game pages are live, and it's about that time where I update the game pages again. So be on the lookout for that within the coming week or so. Maybe it already happened, who knows? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, later!